Yes. Yeah, she's a good girl. Her little footstool. Huh. Smile. Lily, smile. Yes. Good girl. Morning, guys.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
So, we got a couple things we want to show you today. So, we have to go into the shop. So, you just saw a little clip of Nellie. That's our old, fat little dog. So, a little pro tip for you guys. We thought we were going to have to put Nellie down, what, like a year ago?
Yeah, actually, it's been almost a couple years now.
Oh, yeah, because it was October.
It was October when we were having the meetup out here. Yeah.
So we thought we were going to have to put her down because her legs went out. And we had to help her. Time to open up the shop. We had to help her just to get up. So she couldn't even hardly walk.
Yeah.
So we were then, what, a week?
Yeah, I mean, she kind of drug herself around for a couple days, 2 or 3 days. Yeah.
And then Dad started giving her an aspirin every day. And now she's great.
Yeah, and after about a week of giving her an aspirin every morning, then she started kind of walking around, and now she runs. More wobbles than runs, but now I've dropped it down to where I give her. I think over the last year, like every 2-3 days, I give her an aspirin. She's hanging in there. Yeah.
So I mean, just an aspirin every 2 or 3 days prolonged her life, because I'm not joking. We were within a couple days. Dad asked me, he said, "Son, you think you can put Nellie down?" I was like, "I don't think so, Dad. I don't think so. It's too personal." Yeah. Anyway, so that's a little tip for you. But we got some stuff to show you today.
We don't give advice on animals. This is just what we've done with our animals.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not giving any advice, just,
with disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer.
We are not veterinarians or vet techs.
And we don't play them on TV.
No. Yes. I married a dog trainer, but that's different.
Okay.
All right.
I got to go throw this in the dumpster.
Okay, go throw that
right there.
All right, so Dad came up with this thing. We've been having a struggle lately with making our tables, trying to get really good square edges on our 2x6s and stuff. So Dad came up with this idea, and man, it worked so much better than I had thought it would. Dad had more faith than I do. But
well,
that's
and to be honest, this isn't my idea. I saw this on YouTube several times. It was like, well, how do you get square edges without a jointer? And I have a jointer, but sometimes it works. I don't know. The whole jointer thing is really tricky. And so I thought, well, we've got a really good table saw now, or the best table saw we've ever had. If somehow we could check the table saw, make sure it was square, and then make a sled for it, then we can use that to run our pieces through and get square edges on our 2x6 and 2x4s, which a lot of our tables were making out of redwood 2x6 and 2x4s. So that's where the idea came from.
So these are just little clamps. You got these off Amazon, right?
Yeah, these are toggle clamps. The first time I've ever seen these, Dad used to use these for making jigs all the time. All we have here is a piece of 3/4 inch MDF with another piece of 3/4 inch MDF that's screwed down, and then we've got the clamps fastened to there, and then these things just hold that in place. So we've got, the sled is about 6 foot long, something like that. So we've got the 2x4 just hanging over the edge of the actual sled bed itself.
And then the biggest part is that the part that rides along the fence right here, this is a factory edge. We're gonna ride the factory fence or factory side along the fence, and then just have these boards clamped down. And so we did a few.
If you look at it down here, so the idea is that the blade will run, just outside of here and give us a nice square cut on this. We're not going to do this on this. This 2x4 is just a piece of scrap for something else, but they're 2x6s and 2x4s made out of redwood. That's the way we're going to get square edges on them, and we've done a couple, and it worked really well.
Yeah,
and this is the modified version, by the way.
Basically, Dad used nuts and bolts to go all the way through into the clamps right here, because before we just used screws, and it started separating the MDF.
we just had screws in here going into the MDF, and it was pulling this apart. So I had to find the right nuts and bolts so that it cleared, and it just barely clears down here, slides good. It works great now.
Yeah, it works really, really well. In fact, these are two pieces that two trial pieces that we did yesterday.
So you can see that's, both of these have nice, well, that one doesn't have a square edge on the outside.
You got your square over here, Jeff?
Oh yeah. So that's about as square as you can get, and that literally is just getting that square, was just running it through the table saw. And that's our flex table saw, which is really a job site saw, but it's very accurate and it's square. So that was kind of our solution, our best solution. The idea behind buying the Milwaukee track saw was really so that we could use the track saw to get that kind of square edge. We had to get like an extension, so in the meantime, while we were waiting on the extension, which we have over there on the deal, now we've got two 55-inch sections on the track saw. That will probably work too, but now that we have this sled, I think this is a much easier way to go. I think it's going to work out really good for us. So we've still got the track saw, and we'll use that on other projects, especially if we have a huge piece that we need a good square edge on that we're putting together for tables or big signs or whatever. So the track saw wasn't a waste, but the original reason, easy for me to say, it's early. The original reason we bought the track saw was to get that kind of square edge, but now that we got this sled, I think the table saw is a lot easier to do it.
That's one thing we wanted to show you guys today. Well, that and Nelly. But we've been getting a lot of questions about Arkansas.
That's right,
Yeah.
We gotta address that.
Now we're going to take you over to the other area of the property, and I'm going to show you what we've been working on for a few days now. So as far as Arkansas goes, we're just kind of waiting on God's timing at this point. We're not sure exactly what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, and the big thing was that we got you and Amy out of California.
Yeah.
And so that was the first piece of the puzzle, basically. So now we're all together here on the property in Arizona. And we're still planning on the move, but the timing has to be right. We've got a lot of different things going on. You know, we've got the table builds that we're doing and several different things. Look at all the quail. Look at the covey of quail out there.
You guys see the quail out there? I'll see if I can zoom in during editing. Yeah, there's a big...
This is quail season for sure. It looks like they're all getting ready to nest.
Yeah.
Big fat ones out there.
So as far as Arkansas goes, where we're going, we're not 100% sure. When we're going, we're not 100% sure. So
we're not even sure, 100% sure of Arkansas.
Yeah.
It has to be, the timing has to be right. The property has to be right. When we're ready, we've got to have our property ready, which we're getting close. Interest rates will come into play.
I mean, there's so many different variables.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in the meantime, what we're doing is we're making this property the best we can. So that being said, let me show you guys what we've been working on here. I'll come over here. So it gets hot out here, obviously, and we're building an overhang for our little camper. So this is a giant overhang. Sorry about kind of the mess out there. We're working on it. But we've been working on this for a few days. It's gonna have a metal roof, and then we're gonna run electrical up into the beam, and then we're gonna have lights hanging all around the outside of the beam. And that's our little camper over there. That's gonna go right in the middle here. For now, instead of Arkansas, well, okay, not instead of Arkansas, but for now, until we get to where our final destination, we're just gonna make this place the best we can. And I think this is gonna help a lot with the heat, hopefully cut down on the electric, because running the air conditioner, and guys, my wife is the sweetest woman ever, but as soon as it hits about 80 degrees, she gets a little grumpy.
Not as sweet.
Not
less sweet.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, she's like sweet and low. Yeah. Anyway,
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So that's what we're working on now, guys. We got some really good reaction from the vlog last time. So sorry, keep hitting the mic. So hopefully you guys like this stuff. We got more stuff we're going to show you. We're going to go over some different tools and future ones. And
so did they see the camper? Were you actually your house?
I can't. You guys want to go wake Amy up?
Uh-oh.
Let's go. No, we're not doing
I
that.
think that's a bad idea.
That's a bad idea. Yeah.
But anyway, that's your little camper, your little
Yeah.
home away from home.
Well,
The cool-
that's just our home now.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is you also have access. You come in, use one of the bedrooms in the house.
Yeah.
So it's not like everything is there.
No.
You've got, the house and
Our camper's pretty small, and once this is all done, we're gonna do like a whole. It'll be like MTV Cribs. Those of you guys that remember that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a short episode.
But the whole thing is that this thing is so big that you'll actually, if you wanted to close it in, you could have like a little yard out there and
Yeah.
stuff. So I
Yeah.
think it's going to be really cool.
It's gonna be
because
awesome,
it's
guys.
way bigger than your camper.
Yeah.
So
So it's going to be like a whole, if we had a bigger camper, we could be completely contained out here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's going to be awesome. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to showing it to you guys.
But what a beautiful morning, man!
It is a beautiful morning.
Love the fact that summertime's coming.
We got more work to do on the property in general. In fact,
Yeah.
this weekend we're doing a huge yard sale. Well, Amy's doing a huge yard sale.
We were going to try and come up with a different.
Yes. We're asking you guys. We both can't stand the word vlog. So if you have a better term for this segment or better idea of a title or whatever, let us know, because I really...
Even if it's just called BTS, behind the scenes.
No, BTS, that has other meanings, I think.
Does it? Okay. Well,
I'm not sure what they are.
behind the scenes or unscripted or
Yeah. Well, let them come up with one.
You guys come up
Yeah,
with
you guys
one.
come
Yeah.
up with a good one. All right. Anything else?
That's it, guys. We'll be doing more of these. If you guys have suggestions of stuff that you might want to see or have questions on, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.